Hello. Welcome to Kpop's DConan channel. I've leeseo, Baby Monster Chiquita, Itzy Yuna, sserafim Eunchae, and many more debuted as minors in Kpop. Many if not all of these minors are facing backlash for unnecessary reasons and actions they don't have the control over. Debuting minors is a very debatable and controversial topic until now. Some agree it's a great thing in Kpop and others are totally against the idea. In today's video, we will answer on this question. Shall minors debut? Let's investigate this case. 1. Not a new thing. Many Kpop fans think that debuting minors is something that started in 4th generation and wasn't happening before. Little that they know, debuting minors is common since Kpop early days. The difference is that it wasn't as common as it is now. The early days of Kpop, also known as the 1st and 2nd generations, laid the foundation for the idol industry we know today. During this time, it was not uncommon for idol groups to feature members who were still in their teenage years. One of the most prominent figures to debut as a minor during this era was Boa. At just 13 years old, Boa debuted under SM Entertainment in 2000. Boa's success highlighted the appeal of debuting young idols, as she was relatable to younger fans and exuded a sense of energy and determination that resonated with audiences. In the 2nd generation of Kpop, debuting minors continued to be a trend as companies wanted to continue the success of 1st-generation idols. One significant example is Taemin from SHINee, who debuted at the age of 14 in 2008. SM Entertainment debuted Taemin as part of a strategy to appeal to a younger demographic and create an idol with long-term career potential. What I want to say from this chapter is that companies didn't suddenly discover the idea of debuting minors as a good idea. They all know that this is one of the key tools to have a successful group in public and manipulated and controlled individuals in private. But honestly, I never thought we would reach this level that we have witnessed a minor like Eunchae losing her baby tooth on camera. This is actually why I decided to make this video right now. The situation is getting out of hand. Clue, common. 2. Why do companies choose minors? While debuting minors might seem more controversial today due to rising awareness of mental health and labor rights, young idols still debut because they are seen as adaptable, energetic, and having potential for long careers. The rise of the internet and social media has also played a role in the continued popularity of debuting young idols. Besides, the idea of growing up together with fans has become a powerful tool in marketing younger idols, encouraging loyalty that can sustain an idol's career for years to come. Debuting minors raises several ethical concerns too. These young idols often face enormous stress and pressure, which can impact their mental health and overall well-being. Additionally, the industry's demanding schedules leave little time for schooling or personal development, making it difficult for young idols to have a balanced upbringing. As a result, there have been calls for stricter regulations on the debut age for idols and improvements in working conditions to better protect them, but unfortunately, companies aren't stopping this action. In recent years, some companies have implemented changes, such as prioritizing education for their younger artists. However, not all of them can do this, and if they do, they might do it after years of debut and establishing their career, like Stray Kids' Hyunjin, for example. Hyunjin right now is confirmed to be a college student and his major is English. He is said to be in a university that doesn't require attendance. Same with BTS Jin as well, who graduated from university in 2017, and his major was theater and film. Clue, mental health. 3. Age of 18. Many Kpop fans consider idols fully mature once they turn 18, believing they're ready for adult roles, including revealing outfits and mature concepts. However, this view overlooks the reality that 18 is merely a legal benchmark for adulthood, not a measure of complete maturity. Brain development, especially in areas like impulse control and decision-making, continues into the 20s. This means that while legally adults, many young idols are still growing emotionally and cognitively. This misconception is particularly troubling in Kpop, where young idols face intense demands. Despite legal adulthood, many are unprepared for the often exploitative pressures of the industry, including expectations to adopt mature, sometimes sexualized, images. Their years of rigorous training often blur their understanding of personal boundaries, leading them to comply with company decisions, even if they're uncomfortable. Fans may see polished performances and assume resilience, but behind the scenes, these young idols face the typical emotional challenges of early adulthood, amplified by fame. So basically, the assumption that turning 18 equates to full maturity is flawed. It ignores ongoing emotional growth and promotes a culture where young idols are pushed into adult roles before they're ready. The Kpop industry and its supporters need a more nuanced approach to ensure young idols' well-being as they navigate these pressures. Clue, maturity. 4. Examples in Kpop. The Kpop industry has a history of young idols being controlled or manipulated by their companies, raising concerns about the treatment of minors in entertainment. Notable examples include Kpop idols who have shared their struggles with extreme schedules, harsh diets, and forced personas that were imposed on them by their management. For instance, Sully, a former member of FX, spoke openly about the pressures she faced as a young idol, and Somi, who debuted as a teenager, described the lack of personal freedom and the strict management she experienced. What about the situation with New Jeans? Min Hee-jin, who is meant to have only a professional relationship with the members, has influenced them to see her as a mother figure. This strongly suggests manipulation and an exploitation of the girl's emotions for her own benefit. Far from who's right or wrong in the Adore and Hybe conflict, we can't deny that New Jeans' lack of knowledge in business and their young age was the chance Min Hee-jin took to play with them like marionettes and use them as a shield. Another example is sserafim's Eunchae, who has shared some of her struggles with the pressures of being in the public eye, and she did open up emotionally in a documentary about the group. In Make It Look Easy documentary, Eunchae and other members discussed the difficulties they faced, including dealing with public criticism and expectations. Eunchae was seen getting emotional and even crying at certain points, revealing the mental toll that fame and scrutiny can have, especially on younger idols like her. You can also watch my video on Eunchae for further details about this case. There has been also some controversy around both Itzy Yuna and Enhypen's Nike regarding the outfits chosen by their companies, as some fans felt the clothing didn't align with their age. For Yuna, particularly when she was younger, there were concerns about her wearing mature or revealing outfits during performances or photo shoots. Similarly, Nike, who is also young, was seen wearing clothing that some fans thought was too mature or didn't suit his age. Far from "Fight Me" choreography with female dancers. These cases sparked discussions about how entertainment companies should consider the age and comfort of younger idols when selecting their outfits and public image. One often overlooked aspect of K-pop is the lengthy trainee period many idols undergo. Why would someone train for more than 2 or 3 years? For example, idols like Jihyo, G-Dragon, and G.Soul trained for more than 6 years, with G.Soul spending 15 years as a trainee. The extended training period became a burden. For instance, former NCT member Hansol was set to debut with the group, but left SM Entertainment after he thought he was too old to debut after such a long wait. He later debuted with New Kid, but left the group in 2021, stepping away from his idol career. Clue: mistreatment. 5. Shall minors debut? By connecting the 4 clues of our video, common, mental health, maturity, mistreatment, we can answer the question. Debuting minors is very common in the K-pop industry, despite the concern over their mental and physical health, because companies don't care about their age. They just wait for the day idols reach 18. And call it maturity, so they can do whatever they want with them, which shows the mistreatment and sexualization idols are forced to face in the industry. Taking by this, minors mustn't debut in this industry. When minors are controlled by a company, their minds are molded to fit its standards, often harming their self-image through strict diets and even early sexualization. This environment can lead to depression, anxiety, and constant stress, made worse by daily hate and pressure to maintain a forced persona. To address this, K-pop fans need to recognize these issues, boycott groups with minors, especially those clearly mistreated, to push companies to change, much like Briai's boycott of SM for Sunghan. An empty pocket will force companies to reconsider. Parents should also stay informed about the industry's risks, and less driven by greed. This is uncontrollable. Now I can say, case closed. See you in another video.